Okay, Wolfpack. Tuesday, we got a pretty straightforward day. We're going to continue our back squat sequence, and then we're going to do a little bit of an AMRAP that's going to benefit the Nightmare Before Christmasers, since these are, it's pretty much the same workout. I'm going to accumulate some volume, some different scenarios, and get them ready for their Metcon, but also just a good kind of lower body stimulus after the back squats. We got some jump rope practice, and then everybody's favorite devil's press. So good, should be a pretty simple yet effective day of training. Okay. 4 to 5 sets on the back squat, so I have given the opportunity to add one more additional set. Now, I know we have been dropping reps as we've gone along and adding weight every single week, so I understand that there is a warm-up period or ramp-up period to make sure, go away, that we're getting up to the weight that we're going to do, because we are supposed to be doing all 4 to 5 sets, or the entire time we've been doing these back squats, we're supposed to be doing all of our sets at one weight. So you do have to build yourself all the way up to that set for 5, and we're going to do all 4 to 5 sets there. So I get, for those who have a pretty high back squat, it's going to take a little bit longer to build up. So 4 sets may fit into the time domain for you, since we have a longer Metcon. For those who aren't building up to the highest weights, you may have an opportunity to do an extra set if you have time or the desire. Okay, but just remember, as we are getting heavier, bracing the midline is even more important on every single rep, since the heavy stimulus is going to fatigue the midline and the positional strength more. So before every rep, right? Big belly breath in, blow it up, lock that midline down. And then one thing, I might have talked about it last week on the video, but you want to just pay attention to your elbow angle behind the bar, right? We see a lot of people, they get lax in their hands, their elbows are actually back, which promotes a little bit easier forward tilt, right, since those elbows are kind of almost pushing you forward. So a really, really good thing to do on back squats, you lock down the midline, right? You should actually be full gripping the bar, driving your elbows up underneath, and trying to break that bar in half over your back. That way your elbows are underneath the bar, your lats are engaged, your back's engaged, and we're holding that bar tight, which allows our upper torso to stay a little bit more active and upright. Okay, so if you haven't done that, or you've never tried it, it's a really, really good thing to do on heavy back squats to keep your posture really, really strong. Also kind of helps your body take a little bit of the load off of your spine, since you're kind of taking some of that weight into your hands and squeezing, getting the back involved. The upper traps, the forearms, the arms and everything. It might actually make the weight feel lighter to your nervous system, so you're able to stay in a good position. So just some cute little back squat tips for you guys to do tomorrow. Rest period 2 to 3 minutes as normal. Knock out 4 to 5 sets at that same weight. So again, build up to the weight for 5. Do all of your sets at that same weight, so we're getting good heavy volume for 5. Okay, 20 minutes on that, and then we have our long AMRAP, 20 minutes on, 1 minute rest in between. We're going for total rounds and reps, or sorry, total, I think we're just going total reps on Wodify. Easier way to do it that. But the way this works is the double unders stay the same every set. You got 50 for the first one, 25 for the second one. The wall balls and the devil's press are going to increase every single round. So as we get more fatigued, you will be responsible for doing more reps. So it's a really, really good way, since we do get this rest period, to add a little bit of volume every set and accumulate even more volume over the course of this 20 minutes. So the jump ropes should be the least of our concern tomorrow, right? These sets should be very, very fast, since we are trying to get a ton of rounds and reps in. And our goal, especially for the Nightmare Before Christmasers, getting the wall ball and devil's press volume in, because that's the main portion or point of the workout. So we need to make sure we have a jump rope set that's 30 seconds or less to start. If you do 50 unbroken, you're going to be anywhere between 20 and 30 seconds, depending on your cycle speed. So make sure we're not taking much longer than 30 seconds, especially since we're coming off this rest period. You should be a little bit more fresh to do these double unders. As close to unbroken or 2 quick sets is probably your best bet. Okay, so 30 seconds or so, maybe 40 towards the end as we get a little bit more fatigue, but we don't want to spend the whole round on jump rope. Okay, so keep it quick here. The wall ball weight we need to choose for this, again, we're looking for fast rounds. We need to always be doing these wall balls in 2 sets or less. So that really means as we add a rep, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, if we can get to these higher volume sets, we still should be using a ball where we can do them in 2 sets, okay? Especially starting off 15 is probably something we should just do unbroken since we are fresh. Okay, so choose an appropriate ball weight. Last thing we want to do is get stuck on this movement. Do 5 rest, 5 rest, 5. It's going to be about a minute to do these 15 wall balls, and we don't want to be stuck on it for that long. Okay, double underset on the bottom. So if you cut this in half, the 50 took you 30 seconds. Should realistically be taking no more than 20 seconds. These are just kind of an in-between movement, so you can kind of reset after the wall balls. Few double unders to practice under fatigue, but not a ton, so we don't get hung up. And then we've got our devil's press. RX is just going to be 1 dumbbell. RX plus is going to be 2 dumbbells. Okay, so remember, devil's press is a burpee ground to overhead. And for the speed and stimulus of this workout, you want to choose a dumbbell where you can snatch this, right? Ground to overhead, switch arms, down to the ground, burpee, snatch, up. Okay, rest a minute and then add 1. So next round's 50, 16, 25, 6. Rest, 50, 17, 25, 7, yada, yada. You get the point. Okay. Simple little workout, but very effective. I hope you guys enjoy this one. I'm excited for it. It should be a good little stimulus. Have a great Tuesday. We'll see you in the gym. Bye.